Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, Mr. Steal Yo Rice in a Chinese prison, Zach Elias.
It doesn't sound good.
You basically last week you claimed like I would be the tall guy in a Chinese prison.
Yeah, and I'd be the rice patty. Ew.
All right, well, we got a great episode. Everybody watching this on YouTube, everybody watching this, make sure you're liking this. Make sure you subscribe to us, Apple Podcasts. We are everywhere. Leave a comment. We go live every Tuesday, 8:30. Tune in.
All those things he just said.
You got it. Pretty much easy as that. Zach, how you doing, buddy? What's new?
I'm great. I'm good. Alan's been to China, and these little nipples went to France. Dynamite. Anyway.
Look at my mother tuning in 2 weeks in a row. She just figured out how to do the internet.
Which one of us is little guy? Well,
Talk to
me.
Us
are all that impressive. Anyway, what's new for me? You're the one who did physical therapy with my mother. What's new for you?
I could tell stories, but HIPAA, so I didn't plan on getting into it, you know?
She didn't sign anything.
That's actually true. It's probably more
No kidding, it's true. Good luck getting a nickel out of her.
Zach, what are you
money when it's over?
What are you drinking for tonight's episode?
Tonight's episode. So I was running a little late today. My wife, Jenna, offered to get beer. Actually, I think I asked her to get beer. I'm lying. I'm pretty lazy like that. So anyway, over the weekend, we were in middle of nowhere, Massachusetts, and we went by a big Rolling Rock sign. So we had a discussion like, I had a Rolling Rock in 100 years. I sort of remember being one of those beers you could have like 20 of. They're sort of
big Rolling Rock guy. Just for FYI.
Me too. They're sort of like sweet and salty at the same time. So I asked her to get Rolling Rock. The store texted me, they don't have it. I said, all right, well, it's on you then. Surprise me. I said, you have one criteria. Get a lager, because I couldn't take that Vox set anymore. What does my wife get me when I request any lager? Franz Husen Wasser Wasser.
Oh, Franzekiner Hefeweizen.
Exactly. A, not a Hefeweizen fan. B, this is the tears of our people. What are you drinking?
I think we were crying way after that.
She liked the guy.
Yeah, he's a little monk guy. There's a special rule in German. I'm blanking on the name of it, but the German beer has to be brewed under a certain law or something. I watched a YouTube one time about it. It was fascinating.
Yeah, this is Crystal Knox blend.
But if you look up the date of that, it's way before they started hating on your people.
They started hating on everyone hated on our people since the beginning of time. We were the original slaves. We built the pyramids. Before it was fashionable. What do you got? I'm looking at the date on this thing. By St. Louis, Missouri. Date on this thing.
I meant when the brewery started, you asshole, not when that beer was made. I hope that beer was not from the 1800s.
Bavarian purity law.
Yeah,
there's Bavarians and their purity.
Yeah, there's a special.
There's a lot of purity in Bavaria.
There's a name for it. So, Zach, my beer is going to be representative of today's shows. As Aunt Marlene joins the chat, we're doing a special themed episode, and you're definitely going to know exactly why I'm drinking this beer, but it is called Green's Fees Pilsner, which is representative very much of a specific comedy movie that...
so you got my Duke. Go on. All right, are we cracking these things so I can have my visor?
All right, let's do it. Release the Kraken.
Did I even make your list? We'll get to that.
Not even close.
Very good. So that's actually not bad. I've had this before, but it's actually pretty drinkable. Much better than the Fox thing.
Yeah, you made a reference to the pyramids. You know they have those motivational posters. It's always like braveness, and it's a picture of a lion. It has some stupid quote. Yeah. You want a good laugh tomorrow at work? Google demotivational posters. It is the exact same stuff, but complete irony. Zach, I guarantee you will spend 30 minutes reading it. They're hysterical. The first one on the list, it says achievement and has a picture of the pyramids. It says anything can be achieved with determination, courage, and an endless supply of slave labor.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not going to ruin the rest of them. There's some really, really funny ones on there. Anyway, before we get to everything related to movies, talk to me. What have you been up to? What's on your mind?
I haven't been up to anything, but I'm trying to lay low until I get my second Corona shot. But we did go snowboarding this weekend.
Very nice. You got one Rona. I'm fully done, baby. I'm vaccinated.
You're in the club.
Oh, I'm licking subways again. I'm doing this.
You said that last week. That's a nickel bit. It's a nickel fit. Anyway, the highlight for me, as far as news content, big news story of the week, was that Charles Barkley's daughter is marrying a Jewish boy, not NJB, and he is trying actively to shed pounds for the horror.
Wait, to go up in the chair?
He's actively trying to shed weight for the horror.
Oh, I need video of that when it happens.
Are you a horror guy?
I'm a big horror
pieces
guy.
Are there for so you're the guy in the middle doing the arms linking and like kicking legs, arms akimbo.
I always went to affairs, and it depends how close you are to whoever the person is. Like, if it's my sister, I'm a link the arms and do it guy. If it's like if I'm a date of somebody at some wedding, absolutely not.
I am actively not a horror guy to the point where when it hurts your back. I always get the father of the bar mitzvah boy who weighs 900 pounds.
Oh, amateur mistake. Come on,
bring you in. So now, whenever the music starts, I book it to the bar to make sure I have a drink in hand.
I can't
ask me to lift the chair. I got a beverage over here.
I'll give you a one hand. I'll give you a one handy with that. No, the key is
we got a beverage over here. That's from what movie? It's comedy. One of them mentioned it. Big Lebowski. Got a beverage here.
So for me, I always make a point now, and I don't know how many more friends I have getting married. I always run for the bride, and I go on.
Stop the show. There it is. It's a run at the bride.
I go front of the chair just to tilt her up, so it's almost like
So your whole game is upskirting the bride.
You say potato, I say potato.
You say potato, I say upskirt. Highlight of the horror, years ago, a friend of Jenna's got launched off the chair, hysterical. She landed on her back like a turtle that couldn't right itself. Then she had to go out of the room, like compose herself, gather her shit together, and she came back to a smattering of applause. She was mortified. But with 200 people in the room, when she went flying off the chair, 199 gasps, one person laughed. And they are on this call, this thing right now that we do. I burst out laughing. It was more of a and like my laughter became contagious, and then half the room started laughing because it was just a nervous thing. Like, hey, he's laughing, let's go.
Oh my God, that is really good. Well,
she got airtime.
As my mother is mentioning, my cousin's son is having a bar mitzvah later this year. He's all of 80 pounds soaking wet with a brick in his pocket. I think we'll be okay for that one.
Does she need a +1? I haven't hit a bar mitzvah in years. I would love to go to a bar mitzvah.
Last bar mitzvah I went to, my cousin's in his 20s now, and it was when he, turned 13. And my other cousin was like, I don't know, 16, 17. And I was like, come here, Bran, let's go take some shots. He put one in, but still not doing it.
The first time I got absolutely tanked was at a bar mitzvah. I was like, young. I don't know, a couple 14 or 15, whatever it was. And my cousin got me a Jack and Coke or rum and Coke, something and Coke. It was clear. I was like, I was gone. I'm going to the bathroom to either get sick or do whatever. And my grandfather corners me to like chat. And he's one of these grandfathers that holds your arm when he talks. So I'm like, I can't wiggle free. I'm bombed. And it hits you instantly when you're like 4'6" and like, and God knows what he was talking about. Then I went to the bathroom and died, but it was just awful.
Don't worry. Eventually you'll grow. You'll be more than 4'6" eventually. So you'll be okay. Julia, yes, the horror is for any celebration. It's not just for weddings. It will be at bar mitzvahs for all your children. So get excited for that. Very good. So Zach, the other quick thing that I saw the other day, yesterday, this episode being on a Tuesday, yesterday was Monday. It was the 8th.
Let me do your math. Hold it.
It was International Women's Day. Did you know about that?
Hello, ladies. I did. You're not supposed to say that. Hello,
did ladies. You see the UK Burger King Twitter put out a tweet yesterday to celebrate said holiday?
You know that I didn't.
Obviously. I don't follow them either, but it went viral, and it said, "Women belong in the kitchen."
Good for UK Burger King. That's the second worst thing that you can have in the UK this week.
What was the first?
Meghan Markle and the little mulatto.
You would watch that.
I didn't watch that because I was watching the All-Star game. It's on my DVR because Jenna made me DVR it. I had the All-Star game on.
You do know
there's a lot of babies that look like Meghan Markle's.
So by the way, Meghan Markle, sign me up. Absolutely, absolutely hot. So Zach, what Burger King was trying to do, which they completely...
Are we Frozen or is she watching Frozen?
You were frozen for like a second. Moving on.
Oh,
so basically, because women are underrepresented in the chef industry, Burger King was trying to say, like, we need to have more women chefs But
Gotcha.
you're Burger King. There, you're a cook. You're not a chef by any stretch of the imagination. They really missed on that one. It was so good. I mean, nothing's going to happen. Somebody's going to get fired for it, but that was really, really bad.
Yeah, these things happen.
So, Zach, last week we were talking about how Coming to America 2 was coming out and how I was excited and some of my friends weren't. And did you get around to watching the movie?
I did. We watched it last night.
Give me something. Up,
it was
down?
Certainly good. Up. I mean, it was good nostalgia. It's better than almost anything I've seen recently, other than the Chicago 7 movie, which was great.
Not a comedy.
I'm not saying it was a comedy. That's what I've seen.
Even though it had Sacha Baron Cohen in it, not a comedy.
He was funny. Anyway, so I thought it was very good. I didn't think it needed to be made, though they joked about that. They referenced that it didn't.
Perfect, right?
Perfect breaking of the fourth wall or whatever it was. Hysterical. It hit every note. It hit every piece of nostalgia you would need to. Randy Watson was there. The barbershop guys were fantastic. It made me smile.
How is Eddie Murphy not in trouble for doing whiteface with the Saul guy? Come on.
Whatever.
His impersonation is spot on. Zach, I feel the exact same way. I give it like I'm not going to rewatch it, but it checked every single box. I did not want my money back. I enjoyed it. Plain and simple.
I mean, it's all there.
I forgot about that. By the time
the guys aged terribly. I mean,
that's the original band.
Like I know, of course. James Earl Jones looks like he actually died in the movie. Speaking of which, I want my funeral before I'm dead. Brilliant, genius.
We can make this happen. When do you want to do it?
Like, I don't know, next show.
It was really good. The son in there.
Or I want to take out from The Wire where they lay me on the pool table and sing around me. Make that happen, Jenna.
The son in the movie, his real name is Jermaine Fowler. If he's somebody, I don't know. Zach, do you know where he's from by any chance?
Where is he from?
Yeah.
San Antonio, Texas.
Hyattsville, Maryland, representing.
Well, he does look like he'd be in that ilk.
I didn't know that. The other cool thing watching that, I have the attention span of like a squirrel. I don't know if you picked up on that. I'm constantly hitting play, going here, pause, whatever.
Is that a thing? Do squirrels have low attention spans? I don't really know.
How big do you think their brains are? Come on.
I mean, twice the size of the Schwantz. I have no idea how big any of these things are.
By the way, there was a nut joke in there that you completely missed. And anyway, how about Amazon? If this is new, let me know. But I hit pause at one point because I wanted to go do something. And it pops up with the actors in the scene.
Always.
And this is I've never seen that before.
They've been doing that. Netflix does it too.
No.
Yes.
All right. If there's a thing. So anyway, that got us to talking about some of our favorite
Meanwhile,
comedies.
Before we get into that, I got rooked by my daughter over the weekend to watch Raya and the Last Dragon, which was excellent, by the way, for $30. I already pay for Disney Plus. $30 more on top because I mean, it's cheaper than the therapy bill of having her be the only kid Monday not having seen the movie. Menendez brothers, call back to them. But $30, Disney's got some set of balls on them.
Well, you don't have to worry about them having Dumbo on there anymore because, Dumbo got canceled this week.
It did.
And Pepe Le Pew gone.
Pepe Le Pew was a womanizer.
Pepe Le Pew. All he wanted to do was rape a cat that had a paint stripe on it.
I mean, we've all been there. But
it was really good.
But yeah, Ryan, it was excellent, but they got some balls.
Yeah.
Wait until it's free on Disney Plus. You wait until it's free, and your kids are gonna hate you.
Her kid's perfect, and she's about to have another one like any second, I think, or maybe it's in a couple months. No, it's like 2 more months. So we were talking about
doing this.
The whole point of this comedy thing was about generational differences. And some people loved Coming to America and other people, the same way in Coming to America, I'm going to make the assumption anybody who's seen the original movie recently knows the Trading Places references. Trading Places was when I was 3.
The Duke's picture was amazing with
amazing
and the Duke.
Amazing. How many people are going to know that though? Nobody.
Jenna had to pause it because I was on the floor laughing.
It was great. It was absolutely great.
That's what the Duke's on there.
Mortimer, we're back. Like, it's such a great joke, but nobody knows. It's plain and simple. So, Zach, what I did was, we have a lot of audience participation for this show. So I'm very excited because we have an audience top 10 that we'll get to. But you and I are going to do this back and forth the same way we did our Nickelodeon shows. Were you like me? I actually agonized more about this than anything else.
Agonized? I haven't slept since you said the words top 10 comedy. I literally almost called you. Picked up the phone and called.
Don't call me.
I know. I almost did. And just called time of death. I almost just couldn't do it. And punted. Kids now don't do this for a phone. It's this.
I do know that. It's a TikTok
That's
thing.
awful.
The same thing that they'll say, like, take a picture. If you want a kid to take a picture, they go, like, what's the deal? When you're supposed to do no, nothing. It's a whole thing on TikTok where you
very upset about it. But anyway, so I agonized over this. I've got a list of about 30, which has grown. You asked for 10, then having to rank them. So it was, I said it before, the other one was Sophie's Choice. This was Sophie's Choice on steroids, which not a comedy on my list. Just missed.
There's so much to take into consideration when you're ranking your movies. And I was talking to
sure some of the ones that missed my list are comedies. There's question marks, there's punctuation.
But there's so many criteria. I was talking to one of my friends about this, where basically it's how hard did you laugh when you first saw it? Does it hold up? Here's another thing I don't know if you remembered is how funny was it when you saw it in the theaters? Because there were movies that popped in the theaters that, like, nowadays I watch and go, if I'm not watching with the people, it's not as funny. But then there's the whole, are you laughing at it now, or are you laughing at it because you laughed at it when you were 10 years old and it was funny then? Like, there's
my top 10 I could watch 3 times in a day.
Today, right now.
In the same day, 3 times, maybe in a row.
All right.
Like, I couldn't do that with The Godfather or The Deer Hunter. Great movies. I would need like a month. These I could watch back to back. Same movie.
All right. So start off. You want to do a couple honorable mentions before we get into our actual top 10?
I'd love to do some honorable mentions. Okay. Well, first things first, Zoe chimed in on her comedy movies. Then they're not bad. Well, first things first, Sing. Jingle All the Way is on Zoe's list, and Fantastic. The Goonies is on Zoe's list. Okay, she's 7. The fact that she's got 2 good movies on there is pretty good. My honorable mentions, there's a bunch, so clear your calendars. Fletch, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Super Troopers, The Birdcage, Billy Madison, Beverly Hills Cop, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Anchorman, Ghostbusters, Office Space, Borat.
All right, this is true. You don't get 75 honorable mentions. You pick like a couple.
There's 4 more. So simmer down. My Cousin Vinny, The Princess Bride, Big Lebowski, and Beetlejuice. I'm not sure that the last 3 are comedies, so ugh. Now, I agonized over this and really labored. You asked Jenna for her top 10. She came up with it in about 4 minutes, and it's good. That bothered the hell out of me. That she just rattled it off, and it's good. Mine, I don't even know if it's good. It's my top 10.
So give me number 10.
Major League.
Zach, I had to put Major League on my list. I actually prefer Major League 2 to Major League 1. Do you know where they filmed that? Do you know which stadium it was? It was in Baltimore, actually. No, it's supposed to be Jacobs Field. I know.
I'm never going to answer Baltimore. This cadence is going to go back and forth. I'm going to have to bank one ballpark.
So I had to put Major League 2 on my list just because I like it more than the first one. Certainly not the third. And if they did a fourth, 1994 comedy. Basically, do you know why that movie is? I do a baseball trip with my friends. It's actually why I'm wearing this shirt. Somebody gave me, we went to Miami and I schlepped my friends over to this bar that was recommended to us. And it was decent, Little Havana, the Ball and Chain Music Festival place. We go on these baseball trips and it's just constant references to this movie and I'm in tears. I mean, and fly ball caught. Done. And every time.
I should have had Bull Durham on there, but every time I thought of a new movie, I couldn't just keep adding. I refused to phone a friend or get. I was obsessed with this. It ruined my week.
Yeah, my mom calls out While You Were Sleeping. That is one of my top 10 all-time favorite movies. I don't know if I find it to be a comedy movie. I can't
and use a hard F anymore because I'll get canceled. But there's that.
Gotcha. All right, so that was your number 10, Zach. 10. My number 10, 1995 Adam Sandler comedy. I really, really like Billy Madison. I mean, this is
my honorable mention.
Oh, actually, hold on. I didn't give you my honorable mentions.
Yeah, let's see what yours honorable
Just mentions. 3 on the outside looking in, and you're going to see a common theme to this. 1992, Wayne's World. 1997, Austin Powers. Who didn't say yeah, baby, for ever? And my third honorable mention is, which I think is hysterical today, 2001 animated comedy, Shrek. I think those 3 were on my...
We watched half of it today.
Shrek, Eddie Murphy in that movie is fantastic. But anyway, my number 10, Billy Madison. I also want to let everybody know what these movies this was agonizing. Billy Madison
off my list yesterday and put something else on.
Making 10 at this was it's still a great... I mean, I love all these movies. Whatever. So there you go.
Yesterday, literally, and replaced it with my number 9.
Good.
Give me number. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Just knocked me out.
You're so
What?
old.
I am so old. Grey Bush. It's fantastic.
Did you watch the read through that they did on Zoom when the pandemic first started?
Mine has like 10 seconds of nudity. I got problems.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they did, Shia LaBeouf played Spicoli and was off. Do you not know what I'm talking about? You're welcome. Look at that. So they did a thing
of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
This is like they did this maybe right when the pandemic started. It was to raise money. I think it was Brad Pitt was in it and Jennifer Aniston, and it was like one of the first times they had like a cute back and forth. And anyway, Shia LaBeouf is in his car, baked out of his mind, off script, doing it the whole time. It's impressive. Nice. Good. So that was your number 9. My number 9. Still, I don't know how much I laugh at this movie as much as I really enjoy it, and the lines are funny. 2006 comedy, Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro, Meet the Parents is so goddamn funny.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right, number 8.
Number 8, National Lampoon's Vacation. Now, Jenna likes European more. I know you like Vegas more, but for me, the first one kills me. Wild Animal. I know I'm going to go for it, honey.
We had all 4.
We had fun.
All 4 National Lampoons came up when audience and fans like sent me like what they're. We had all 4 movies represented. Me being the only asshole who likes Vegas Vacation. I already told you my number. I told you my number 8. Go to your number 7.
What's your number 8? I forgot.
Major League 2.
Oh, okay, fine. My 7, Tommy Boy. It just kills me. Everything is there. It kills me. What'd you do on the floor?
Zach, you just took out my Gonzaga. Like, you sunk my battleship.
That's your one? That's your one?
No, it's not my Duke. It's my Gonzaga. It's the one that got the 1 seed in the West, or my Wichita State, if you will.
All right, fine, fair enough.
Tommy Boy till this day kills me. And I get to talk about Tommy Boy at least once a week, once every other week with my patients, where the whole, especially during the election, it's what the American public doesn't know is what makes them the American public is a goddamn genius line. It is not. It's a
Tommy Boy every minute of every day because of my name. Use the bucket to ice down your marbles. Yours Z. I sign every email Z with a line and a Z. Nobody gets it, but I get it.
That's good.
Tough break. Get drunk on me. Use the bucket to ice down your marbles. Yours Z.
I'm telling you. It doesn't hurt here or here so much, but right here. Tommy Boy, to this day, hysterical in tears.
You look like a Helen.
Does this tie make me look fat? No, your face does. It's great. All right.
All right.
Zach, that was number 7.
My top 5 is like old man movies, but go on.
My number 7, you mentioned in your honorable mentions. You were going too fast for me to stop you. 40-Year-Old Virgin is laugh out loud funny.
Yep,
I mean,
very good.
I can watch the waxing scene any day of the week. I mean, that
great. Was impromptu. That was just improv. He just did it. It's amazing. And her laughing was legit. The waxer, she just couldn't take it.
The Paul Rudd and is it Seth Rogen where they're playing? You know how I know you're gay? You like Coldplay.
Coldplay. It's brilliant.
It's so good.
All right, what are we up to? 6?
Yep.
Dumb and Dumber. Just gets me. Love Jim Carrey. It shows the range of Jeff Daniels. Is that your one? That's your Duke?
That's my Duke. That is.
Really?
Dumb and Dumber is the hardest I've ever laughed in a theater, and I can turn that movie on. By the way, I had so many Jim Carrey movies that I wanted to throw in there. The Mask is great. Now making my 10. Liar, Liars out of this world.
Great, and actually a really good movie.
It is a great movie. I mean, The Claw. I say that all the time.
I do the Call of Zoe.
It's great. Dumb and Dumber. The only reason I could ever even fault that movie is because Jeff Daniels is a serious actor, and it's just
that's what it shows his range. He could do anything. I watched him play Atticus Finch live. Like, come on, the guy's got it all.
I'm more of a Boo Radley fan myself, but dude, you drove 800 miles in the wrong direction every time. That movie
Samsonite.
is Swanson.
Anytime I see Samsonite, I lose it.
Are you kidding me? Dansby Swanson is the shortstop for the Braves. Anytime he comes up, I'm like,
in my division, trust me, he's a Met killer. I know who he is.
So yeah, that is definitely my number 1, sir.
Him running through the airport's incredible.
The second one, Dumb and Dumberer or whatever, was horrible. Yeah. But then the last one that they brought back, not as good as the first, but it was definitely better than the second. My number 6, this shouldn't come to any surprise, Dodgeball, a true underdog story. Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, Zach.
It's a great movie. It's a reach. Number 6 all time.
I love the movie Dodgeball. I played Dodgeball forever. I can't stand the dip, dive, duck bullshit, but anything with Steve the Pirate, the Patches O'Houlihan bit is great. When they come in and they're are you telling me right now you can't say, oh, we're watching this on the Ocho? They named a goddamn station the Ocho.
And by the way, I did know that when you said Daddy for the first time, that's what it was from. Immediately, I heard you say Daddy. I said, you must be Daddy. Immediately.
Absolutely. That is so good. When they come in with the Globo Gym and they're doing the dance and everything, nobody makes me bleed my own blood. That movie is so great. Best story I have about it, I had to do a paper. I had to do a paper in PT school where you watch somebody or read a book, which I don't do, with a disability and write a 5-page paper about the process of acceptance. I had a big FU to my school. I did Dodgeball, a true underdog story. And I didn't even watch the whole movie. I just skipped forward and watched all the torn, all of his scenes. And I thought it was so good. I got an A on the paper. True story.
They didn't read it.
Number 5.
All right. So who's up? For me?
Yep.
So you're not a big Mel Brooks guy. I am. I could have made a top 10 of just him. But for me, and I'm a fanatic for Mel Brooks, Blazing Saddles, to me, it's showing my age and it's showing my Jewiness, but Mel Brooks kills me and Blazing Saddles kills me. The line, where are the white women at? It brings the house down. Brings the house down.
I'm not a fan of it that much.
I know.
Zach, my number 5, I actually don't know if I actually didn't remember this, and then somebody said that's in their top 5 or whatever. My Cousin Vinny is laugh out loud funny. It was on my
honorable list. Yeah, it really is fantastic. I didn't realize people don't win Oscars for comedies.
The fact, this past summer, my mom was driving home with my bubby and my Aunt Marlene from Florida. And at one point, my mother and I were on speaker, trading lines back and forth. And my aunt is just like, what the hell are you guys talking about? You'd be surprised how many lines you can get back and forth from that movie.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It is.
Zoe says it. When Jenna can't see something, and Jenna's vision is terrible, Zoe will say to her, Mrs. Riley, and only Mrs. Riley, because she's heard me call Jenna Mrs. Riley so many times. Zoe has no idea what she's saying, but she knows it makes us laugh.
That is absolutely. My Cousin Vinny is so good.
It's so good.
Are you sure? So I'm positive. It's so good. It's number so 4, Zachy.
For me, the original Coming to America. It just gets me. It's so
You're
good.
Out of your mind. I rewatched it this weekend. It's not that funny.
It's really good. No, it's
really entertaining. Good. It's very.
It's
the
really
prince's
funny.
Penis is clean now. Best line of the movie.
Penis.
The royal penis.
Here's my birthday. I put that up for my birthday every year. Here's my birthday.
Good morning, New York. Fuck you. Yes. Fuck you today. It's not that laugh out loud funny, dude. It's entertaining. I liked it.
Just the man I'm in the restroom.
Do you know what is funny? The characters are funny. The characters are funnier in the movie.
Funny. They get me. Beverly Hills Cop. He was on fire for a while. Eddie Beverly Hills Cop is so good.
I prefer the third one of any of them, but yeah.
Get the hell out of here. You're out of your mind.
Hey, little kid, doing a little icky shuffle.
Who was better than 3 with the tall blonde chick?
Yeah.
Go on. What's your 4?
My number 4, I wasn't going to put it on there, but when I really sat and thought about it, Vegas Vacation. It's my favorite movie. I'm not putting it as my favorite comedy because I think they're funny movies, but there's so many scenes in that movie. I mean, I say it all the time. It's like, give me the, you're telling me that's the chicken and that's the pork? It's like, oh, sorry. And it's like, oh, give me some of the, give me some of the yeller and don't get cheap on me. And it's bright blue and bright yellow. I mean, every time.
And they got Wayne Newton.
Hey, Wayne Newton to do it. I drove by that Wayne Newton ranch when I lived in Vegas every day to work. It's big. And when they do when what's the guy Wallace what's his face from Princess Bride where he's like, hey Griswold, why don't you give me half your money? I'll take you out back, kick you in the nuts.
Hey Griswold.
We'll call it a day. Attack. Oh my God. I
used to see Wallace Shawn in my neighborhood. I lived at West Side all the time. He's like 4'3". He's great. American treasure.
Wow. Good for you. Number 3.
My number 3 is it's a toss-up between 2 in the same series. Naked Gun 1 or 2.5. unbelievable.
I'm a 33 and a third guy.
You're a child because you're an idiot. 2.5 is the best one. Robert Goulet as the bad guy, brilliant. Mwah.
Chef's kiss. Zach, which one is when the umpire does
I love it.
Which one does the umpire do the moonwalk when he strikes him?
Patting down everyone. Yeah, one. He's the umpire.
That scene every time.
That's Enrico Palazzo, and he chops it. Yeah, one is great. One is fantastic.
I really wish.
Ricardo Montalban as the bad guy is great, too. How can you be so vicious? It was easy. You forget I was a building contractor for 2 years. Incredible.
When we play softball and we have a real hardo as an umpire, I'm always hoping they're going to ha and go into a moonwalk. I'm like, oh, this is great.
You mean the drunk guy who flirts with the girls? Yeah, he's going to do it.
You mean all of them?
No, there's the one guy. He's reeks of booze. But yeah, that would be great. Patting everyone down. What's your three?
My number 3. I actually don't know how funny I find this movie now, but I have been to a poker tournament where it was on mute, and I can do every line from the movie, no problem. Happy Gilmore, my number 2.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Rounders.
No, I could also do Rounders.
Gilmore is very good.
Happy Gilmore
I couldn't do Happy. What?
No, I could also do Rounders. I could definitely do all of Rounders for you. 3 Stacks of High Society. Lot of played poker forever. But no, Happy Gilmore, I think I laughed more when I was younger. But for me, I watched that movie and I could put it on mute. I know. Hey, just hit the Mista lady. Come on.
I love Shooter McGavin. I couldn't put it on my list because of my Duke. But I just couldn't have 2 of the. Nevertheless.
Fair enough. I did that too. Go on, number 2.
So my number 2 is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. And it is a comedy, certainly. It's a touch dated and would be cancel culture today, but it's genius. Animal House. Just perfect movie. Gets me every time. Gets me everywhere you need to get me. It's just the best. Love Animal House. Yeah.
And my number 2 is Tommy Boy. Your number 1?
For me, it is My Godfather. It's to me the best movie ever made. For me, it's got every comedic actor I love. Half of it is improv. It's just perfect. Caddyshack. It just gets everything. Rodney apparently supplied the drugs for the whole movie. The cast did. All the drugs are on him. They were cracked out of their mind the whole time. The Bill Murray Chevy scene when they're together was just improv because they said you got the 2 biggest actors in the world right now. There's no seeing them together. Figure it out, guys. They actually destroyed a golf course in Florida. Ted Knight, best comedic villain of all time, and he hated the cast. It was natural. He absolutely hated them. Like he hated Chevy, he hated Bill Murray. So it was perfect.
Wow. Very nice. Well, I'm glad that I picked out my
your one is.
My one is Dumb and Dumber, so I'm glad we got through that. Zach, so let me real quickly get to what I want to finish up with. So a lot of people participated in this. I'm going to read you what the consensus audience of Booze Your Daddy picked as their top 10. I'm just going to buzz through it. By the way,
Chevy, no Bill Murray movies in there?
Yeah, I'm not.
No Bill Murray movies for you. None. You're a young fart. Go on.
But let me get there. So the number 10, by the way, you gave me shit about not having Bridesmaids on my list. P.S.
Yeah.
You didn't have it on yours. Furthermore, Bridesmaids.
No, I said I don't want to see Bridesmaids on you. That's what I said. I didn't give you shit.
Sorry.
I said I'll give you shit if you do have Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids is way too long. Every girl, I love Bridesmaids. It's like 4 hours.
2 funny scenes. That's it. 2 funny scenes.
I'm watching The Irishman. It's like this.
See, Bridesmaids had the bathroom scene at the dress shopping, and it had the plane scene. Other than that, the rest of the movie's garbage. It's trash.
And I'm surprised Jenna didn't have Girls Trip, because hold on, Jenna likes everything with Tiffany Haddish. Only Jewish girl is a huge Haddish fan. We might have to go see her in concert.
Tell her to start watching The Last OG. Here you go. From 10 to 1 from our audience, we have Big Daddy came in at number 10. Office Space at number 9. Excellent. Animal House came in at number 8. Ace Ventura, which I was really tempted to put on mine, but didn't. That came in at number 7. Old School came in at number 6. Superbad, number 5. The Hangover, number 4. Then we had Bridesmaids at number 3. Then we had Super Troopers #2, which
fantastic movie.
Fantastic movie.
Kills
And
me,
we had Happy Gilmore as the #1 movie of our fans.
The greatest comedy of all time. Happy Gilmore. This is where this has gone to.
This is what our fans
#1
voted
comedy
for.
of all time.
It had that's what our fans like, but not everybody could agree on the movies. By the way, some of our fans that were texting me like, I said pick your top 5. People were like, can I give you a 12? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because that's what you do. You should be arguing for more with me on the show. If you would have asked for more, I would have given you.
I did ask for more. I asked for like 30. You said it's a top 10, Dick, and I think those are exact words.
I think that's what I said. But Zach, there were some people that sent me in some movies, and they were on an island. And I want you to let me know. We're going to call this game Give It the Gas, as in it's fire, it's amazing, or hard pass. So these are people, and I'm calling them by name, that were the only person of anybody who voted to pick a movie. Okay?
Am I the only Caddyshack on the whole bit thing, by the way?
Absolutely not. No chance.
Thank God.
So the idea of Give It the Gas is like, Jumpin' Jack Flash, it's a gas, but also you ever laugh so hard you fart a little bit. So it kind of has triple entendre here. So far, so good.
Like Sharding from Along Came Polly. Let it rain.
All right. Let's get the party started with Joe Babe. We're going in alphabetical order. Best in Show 2000. Basically the cast of Schitt's Creek, or at least the two main people. Zach, give it the gas.
Spinal Tap.
Or hard pass.
It's fine. Is it funny? It's funny-ish. It's a very good movie.
Do you want me to give it the gas?
I'm qualifying my gas.
All right. Well, this show's running 7 hours if you want it. There's the Irishman over here.
My gas usually anyway. He did it. I give it gas, but it's not in anybody's top 10.
All right.
Gene Shalit or some critic.
Next.
We should have gotten Gene Shalit for this.
Mrs. Zach Elias, 1996, Birdcage, starring Robin Williams and Gene Hackman. Give it the gas or hard pass?
That's on Jenna's list. Oh, I love Give It the Gas. That's on my honorable mention.
Okay, I give both of those hard pass. And then
Azaria is tremendous in it.
1997, Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder, My Cousin Shelby, Shelby, Blazing Saddles. Give it the gas.
Yes, it was by 4, 5. Give it the gas. You could have said the same thing about Young Frankenstein. Gas.
2009 comedy, Vince Vaughn, Jason Bateman. My Aunt Marlene was the only person to say Couples Retreat.
Couples Retreat. Is she on right now?
Yep.
It's a very well-made piece of cinema.
Hard pass is what it sounds like.
Awful. I'm sorry, Aunt Marlene. You can come beat the shit out of me if you want to. It's fine. I thought it was trash, and I saw it in the theater. I was miserable. So 4 funny scenes, if that. Go on.
I thought when I looked that up, I was like, wait, but Dave Matthews is in it. Apparently, Dave Matthews was in the movie.
I don't like Dave Matthews.
Okay, we're done here.
I know.
1995 comedy. My buddy Timmy said Friday.
Friday is very good. I'll give it some gas. I'm not sure I can call a grown man Timmy, but besides that, Tim, it's fine.
I mean, only spots a movie.
I don't know if it's gas. What was that now? I would leave that in idle.
All right, that's definitely a give it the gas for me. Josh Dazube, fresh out of Texas, 2018 crime show is how it was, a crime movie, not a comedy, starring Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams, Game Night.
I thought it was entertaining. I liked Game Night. I don't think it was a comedy, and I couldn't tell you a line. It's not quotable.
Exactly. Zach, hard pass. I mean, it doesn't. My point is in any world, could these go in your top 10?
On Josh from Texas, because you texted me earlier that he likes me, so now you hard passed. So I'm giving it gas just because you like me. And Alan sucks. Write that down.
All right. George Bronner, 1993 comedy, Groundhog Day.
That's not a comedy.
You're out of your mind.
It's funny, but there's 30 Bill Murray movies that are there's 30 Bill Murray movies that are better than that. Stripes, Ghostbusters. Oh, there's a billion of them.
You're crazy. I give that the gas. I think that's fantastic.
Gas, it's not. It should be in your top 10. You could do 10 Bill Murray movies that are funnier.
But Best in Show and Birdcage are, you idiot.
Not Best in Show is not funnier than Groundhog Day. I said it's an excellent movie, but I'd give Groundhog Day the gas, but it shouldn't be in anybody's top 10.
All righty. 1998 by Seth Setherson. The movie, Dave Chappelle, Jim Brewer, Harlan Williams, Half-Baked.
That is gas. I forgot about Half-Baked. Now, it's not in my top 10, but it's like, it should be in my list.
It could be. That's all. The whole point is, could it be?
I'm not arguing you at all. I'm not going to the mat for top 10 fighting you. If it's in your top 10, it means you're a stoner. Good for you.
Yeah. 2001 comedy starring Reese Witherspoon. My sister Allison loves Legally Blonde.
I don't know if it's top 10, but it's better than it has any business being. I give it gas, but it's better than it has any business. It's not top 10, but it's very good.
I actually had it in my short list of one of my favorite movies.
Sort of.
All right. I'm not going to tell you who picked this next one. It is a 1959 Marilyn Monroe film called Some Like It Hot. Give it the gas.
I've heard it's like the best comedy of all time. I've never seen it, actually.
I watched the trailer today. That way I could know a little bit about it. And I made it about 20 seconds in because it's in black and white. And hard pass.
Young Frankenstein's in black and white, and that's gas and a half. But I've also seen Harold and Maude, which people say is the greatest comedy of all time. It was fine. It was cute. What else you got?
2021 comedy starring Colin Jost, Tom and Jerry, given by my nephew Carson Miller.
Haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, hard pass.
Tom and Jerry's is fine.
I'm just saying, my nephew participated in this.
As did Zoe, but I'd rather watch Jingle All the Way than Tom and Jerry. Tell him to get his act together. Tell his parents to show him some real movies.
He watches whatever he wants.
Good.
All right.
Let him watch RoboCop like I did when I was 7.
Zach, let me just give a quick shout out to some other people who contributed to this. Pablo, Kara Mbop Hansen, Big Mike, my buddy Stevie, and Samanda.
Pablo and Mbop and Big Mike.
Big Mike, all these people, thank you so much for participating on this week's episode. I thought this was a lot of fun. I had a good time. Zach,
Comedies is brutal. But I'm happy to do a top 10 list of anything. Let's get nuts. These are fun.
Very good. All right, people. Thanks for watching, listening. Make sure to download these episodes. Tell a friend. We're going to keep having some fun live every Tuesday.
Download in the box. I had 2 of these things.
Download it on Saturday. Daddy loves you.
I love you too. Gene Shalit loves you. Out.